Hi guys.
Of course.
I just wanted to make a video about what a good support character would do in a Dota
Rite
2
of
game.
passage.
Granted, I play pub a lot, and most of the
Wait
support
for me.
characters that I see on my team or on the other team are not playing the character as it should be to
A
benefit the team
spiritual journey.
maximally. I don't know if maximally is a word, but I don't care. I
Shadows
just made
come.
up a word because that's what I want. But
Save.
there are too many
Travel
games
on.
that on my team, when I'm not playing as a support character, I don't see wards bought
Who
at all. I
needs
don't see them
healing?
placed. I don't see anything. Sometimes I don't even see a courier. So
I
two of the
renew my
things
shady
that
vows.
a good support character should always have
Indeed.
are wards, and at the very beginning of the game, a courier should be bought.
Yes.
Couriers cut down on the time necessary for getting items to you, and they're just so much more useful for grabbing items when you can't break away from the lane. Wards are one of the most important items in the game. You need to have wards all of the time. What they do is they give you information, and in this game, likewise in StarCraft 2 and farther back in Warcraft 3, information is power. You know where your opponent is at all times. You know what they are doing.
Confirmed.
You can see if they're roaching. Then you can get the drop on them. They're in the forest. Killing their neutral creeps.
From shadow
You can go
to
kill them
shadow.
when they're distracted. You see an enemy coming down the rivers, going for a
Shadows keep
gank. You
you.
can stop it, back off, whatever, counter gank. Wards
Ask
are
and you'll receive.
so important. Some of the most common areas for wards are at the rune locations up here, right here, so you can see the neutral camp. Here, so you can see the neutral camp. But one of the most important places to put wards is in this little spot somewhere. That's because you can see when an enemy hero goes up and tries to kill Roche. And when that happens, your entire team has to go jump on him to get rid of
Healing
him,
here.
to stop him from killing Roche. Because that Aegis at the beginning of the game and that gold and that experience for
I
that
go
hero
where I
are
needed.
just so huge that that can tip the scales of the game. Some
Shadows
of the
keep
other
you.
places to put wards, the big creep camp here and up here. This is because players
On my
typically use
way.
these creep camps to pull creeps off, as I'll show you here in a second.
Travel
Your middle
on.
tower
So
is
if your
under
creep
attack.
wave gets too far up here, you may want the creeps to stop and come back. So what you do is you attack this creep here, you run out, and what does your creep do? They come and attack the creeps, the neutral creeps.
Your middle
And so
tower
they
is
follow
under
it
attack.
until they kill them all. And what happens up here? Well, there are no creeps up here now on your side, and so they get killed off. And after these creeps die,
Yes.
then your creep wave comes, and as you can see, one of my creeps has actually died in this wave, and now the creep wave comes back down here
A
into tower
spiritual
range,
journey.
and so you have the better position because now your tower is aiding your creeps in killing the creep wave. And so you get more experience quicker because the tower is just so powerful at the beginning.
Healing here.
Another thing that a good support does is the items that you get. Now, I've seen many,
Who needs healing?
way too many support heroes think that they are more important than the carry.
Bringing
They
the
are not.
pain.
You should not be last hitting if you are a support.
Sobres.
Let your carry, let your tank, let the more important characters on your team get the last
Of
hit goal.
course.
Carries especially need last hit
Your
gold. They
middle
need
tower
their
is
gold to
under
get their
attack.
items, their farm up, so that your team is stronger than the other team.
Confirmed.
Speaking of items, your items as a support should
I
be
go where I needed.
support items. So what do I mean by this? Arcane Boots is a good example. This lets you replenish mana to anybody in your area. So having more mana,
Ask
an
and you'll
endless supply of
receive.
mana is infinitely better than having a I don't know what,
Collected.
an Oghanim Scepter for a character that's not going to be killing many people. Mechanism is a fantastic item to have.
Shadows
It's
come.
essentially the opposite of Arcane Boots. It's health instead. It gives you an HP regeneration aura as well as a 250
I'm
HP
with
heal.
you.
It's just a fantastic item. Nerve Shadows is a lesser extent to a mechanism, as it's able to heal, heroes or yourself. It just allows more survivability, especially on hero kills. Do not try to get the last hit. That's one of the dumbest things you can do if you're playing a team game. Why would you make your team weaker by getting the kill and the gold when you are not contributing to the battle except for buffing and maybe stunning? You are not actually doing any real damage over the carry. Pipe of Insight is another good item. This gives you a barrier for spell damage, effectively taking some big spellcasters out of the fight to begin with, or initiating by stuns on the other team out of the fight. So you are that much healthier in the battle to begin with. Another one, for example, that's really good is Drum of Endurance. I mean, any auras to begin with are good for teams. So before you buy an item for you personally, make sure that it is one that will benefit the team. If it doesn't benefit the team, then maybe you should hold off on it before you get it, and you should make sure that you have your other necessary items like wards, both kinds if necessary, and a TP is always good to have, because you don't want to be feeding the other team while you're trying to make sure that the other team doesn't get their farm. And one other thing about a support is that since you are not actually going to be last hitting, you should be paying attention to denying the creeps, because you want to make sure that the opposing team doesn't get as much. I can't deny because of the tower, but you want to make sure that you are preventing the other team from getting levels in gold as much as possible. So denying is one of the best ways to go about that for helping out in a team battle.
On my way.
When they are a much lower level than your guys, then it makes it that much easier to win.
Healing?
Also, one more thing. You should
ask and you'll receive.
It'll come back to me. But you should always buy wards. Wards should always be up. That's just a matter of fact.
Shiny.
Like I said, more wards equals more information. You got to make sure you put them in the right spot. I forgot, one more important spot is here or here. A good spot for early laning is there. Maybe later on is here. Equally so up here, right there, and over here. You've either got that or down here. Those are two good areas.
Dark light into my shadow.
And so when the game has gone on for a while and your carry has pretty good farm, when the laning part of the game has actually ended, then you can start farming for your own items. That way you're not so terribly behind.
I'm with you.
A good item to have to begin with also is Force Staff. It lets you push one of your allies out of the danger zone, or it allows you to escape out yourself, or position somebody that would do well in the fight as an initiator into the thick of things, so that they can really cause some havoc.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Wait for me.
Yeah, and that's that's about it. I can't seem to remember what I was going to say for that last item. It'll come to me, and I'll probably put a
Shadows
comment on
come.
there. But as a support, you are there to, what else? Support your team. You are not the main character in the story, so you need to be making sure... Oh, now I remember.
A weak offering.
Yes. During the laning phase, in addition to denying, if you're a ranged support, which most supports are ranged, you need to be harassing the enemy heroes like crazy. You need to make sure that their health is as far down as you can get it, so that it's that much easier to kill them when the time comes. So they come up to last hit, start laying down the attacks on them, punish them for coming down and actually trying to get money. They're standing around, hit them with an attack, punish them for sitting around. Basically punish them at any opportunity you can punish them, and that'll make it easier. Also, since to begin with your mana pool is fairly limited, you don't want to be blowing your skills. You should only be using your skills in maybe three different situations. One, you're being ganked and you need to escape. Then you can use your skills to get out of the sticky situation. The other is if you're attacking and you are going for a kill. Then you should be using your skills, but make sure that you don't use a skill to take away a kill from your carry. If your carry can't make the kill for sure, then go ahead. A dead hero is better than a hero that gets away with 5 HP. And the last situation is it's kind of like it's kind of a lesser extent to the going for a kill, but you harass them enough to make them have to return to base to heal. That is the only other situation. Remember, so wards. Number one important thing about a support hero is wards. Buy courier, upgrade courier, buy your team items before your personal items. Deny creeps and harass enemy heroes. And if you just practice this, you'll be so much better at support. And support heroes actually make a bigger difference than carry heroes in certain situations, because if you are a good support hero, then you just amplify the abilities of your carry and tanks, because you add survivability and you add you open up a whole lot more opportunities for your other allies to capitalize on and win the game for you. So I hope this helped a little bit. If I need any more explanation, go ahead and ask them in comment or something. And I plan on making some other videos like this, explaining, the roles of certain characters, like Dazzle. Dazzle is probably one of the best support heroes in the game. All of his abilities are for support, pure and simple. Everything. He has low cooldowns, low mana costs, and all of them, stun, keep alive, heal, buff and debuff at the same time. He is just one of the best. So I hope this helped, and yeah, I'll be making more videos like this soon, I guess. So until next time, bye bye.